Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Space Engineers as a German engineer. If you're new here, I'm Daniel. I've been born and raised in Germany, and I've been living and working as a software engineer in the San Francisco Bay Area, Silicon Valley, for the last 10 or so years. In the last episode, we started constructing our space-capable ship, and this time I want to continue on. I worked a little bit here on the things that we still need to do, and we should take a look at this list. The main things that we want to do is we want to weld up the engines, and then we want to build out and decorate the interior. There's a lot of different spaces, and none of them are looking nice right now. The other thing that I think we ideally need on this rocket is survivability. Right now, it's all built in light armor blocks. It doesn't have any weapons or anything. Like, if we get attacked and it penetrates our hull at any point, the entire ship will depressurize. So I want to add a couple of survivability improvements to the ship. I want to reinforce the armor in critical places, primarily around the engines. The other thing is around weapons. So I do want to install some weapons as well, which is another point here. I don't really have any clue. I've never used any weapons in Space Engineers, so we'll need to figure that out as well. And then around conveyors. And in fact, I think it makes sense to have redundant conveyor systems, right? That we don't only have a single critical conveyor run that if that gets damaged, then we suddenly lose thrust or weapons lose ammo or whatever it is. But maybe we want to have kind of backup conveyor systems, just so that our conveyor system doesn't have like a single critical failure point. And the last thing is pressure compartments, and I don't know how much sense that makes because we are wearing a spacesuit after all, but I kind of want to make it so that there are mechanisms on the ship that separate different compartments in terms of pressurization, so that if there is a hull breach somewhere, the entire ship doesn't depressurize. And the last thing that's really important for the rocket is we need some maneuvering thrusters. Right now, we only have the upwards firing thrusters, and we will have gyros that will allow us to spin the ship around. But I think it makes sense to have like a little bit of maneuverability on different places of the ship, even beyond the downwards firing thrusters. Another thing that I added here already in preparation is like we'll need to fuel the ship. Like right now, we don't have any hydrogen, or not at least not significant amounts of hydrogen at the base. We have all our hydrogen stored at the ice base, and so we will need to build some hydrogen storage at the base, and we'll need to build a gas transport drone, basically, that can move all that hydrogen from the ice base. Let's see how far we'll get. I think I want to start with welding up the engines, and then next I think I want to look a little bit into reinforcing the armor, and we'll probably also at least figure out some of the other interior spaces, just so we can see if we can fit everything in. So let's get to the rocket and weld up some engines. Okay, we are here in what essentially is going to become the engine room. We have our hydrogen storage in here, and we do have our engines below here. I will probably puncture through this here for the time being, just so I have an easy in and out. I also want to put some lights in here. Okay, so we have a little bit of light in here. That's good enough for now. Let's weld up some of these blocks here, including the engines and these interior blocks here that we have, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so we don't have any more metal grids, and it doesn't look like we're producing anymore, and I think the reason is we're out of cobalt. We have a cobalt mine, but I stopped the drone because I couldn't get it to reliably dock by itself. So I think we'll need to go and do a cobalt trip. Grab some cobalt from the cobalt mine and drop it off here. So let's quickly do that. I'm frankly not sure what happened. Okay. I thought I had turned on the batteries. But maybe I had not. I don't think I have gyros on here, or they're placed badly? Placed very badly. Okay, let me fix up a couple things here. Just make sure that everything is... nothing is broken. It seems fine. And I'm gonna put some gyros up here. I'm gonna put one probably right there. Okay, that should give me a little bit better turn. Yeah. Now I wonder actually, right, if this is related to the ship having problems to docking, because my gyro placement was or is quite bad. It's still not great. Okay. We will rebuild, I think, a lot of this here and improve it when the new update comes out. Let me quickly see here. Are we should be already loading this, right? I really want to make sure that I bring all the cobalt. That appears like I'm bringing at least most of it. 544,000? I didn't see that. Oh, here, 500,000 cobalt. Okay, I want to bring most of that, I think. Oh, okay, this conveyor sorter only points one direction, right? Yeah. There's right now no way to circumvent it. Okay. I'm going to add some more, like, fix this up here so I have so I can actually run this in reverse. Here, let me just... This needs to be a T here as well. How... okay. Let's see. Let's just make sure that this thing here doesn't... Let's turn on the engines, unlock. We'll let that drop down there. Let's fly over. Let's just deal with the 25,000 cobalt that we have. That should be good enough for now. We'll repair that some other time. Actually, so in regards to repairing that, I do think what I want to do is... I had a lot of problems with these drones docking vertically, and I think this is partially due to gravity. Like, they need to fight against gravity when they are descending. And I think if I had a vertical connector instead of the... a horizontal connector instead of the vertical connectors, I think that would probably make the docking maneuver more safe. You would have to back up towards the connector instead of kind of dropping down onto it. And I will probably change that moving forward. So I would have to rebuild that connector over there anyway. Yeah, when this ship is fully loaded, it is a nightmare to maneuver. Is it unloading? It should be. Yeah, looks good. I really like this little display in this ship here. It's really useful. Okay. Once the cobalt is unloaded, it should continue building metal grids. Well, right now it just builds a bunch of other stuff first. Yeah, I should. I also do want to rework the script here. I think the way that this should build material is by percentage. So like if you have a target of 500 and you only have 50, so you have less than 10% of the target amount, it should prefer building metal grid over, for example, motors where I have like 60% right now of the target, right? I think that's the right way to kind of like prioritize the building of material. And then also, if it's out of material to build one type, so it should check if it has material available to build the thing, and if not, it should skip it and just build something else. Because right now, if it runs out of the material to build one thing, it'll get stuck on that, and will stop producing more. There we go. Now we're building metal grids. Okay. Okay. So this is welded up. Or more precisely, this is welded up. Both the large engines are welded up. I need to go down and weld up the conveyors and the small engines. I'm actually wondering, do I even have a cargo container accessible from out here? I don't think I have. I probably want that. What would be a good spot to put a cargo container? This might work here. But I also want one over here. I could put one there as well. So these conveyors here. So I think I can replace this one and that one. This cargo container is here now. I don't think I need these ones anymore. Yep, that works. Nice. Okay. That's good. That's a good start. I do think I want to work on the armor reinforcement. So I'm going to replace the skirt down here. And probably the blocks going up here a little bit at least. With heavy armor. And I might even lower the skirt down so they're completely enclosed. And then I will add a layer of blocks. Maybe just a thin layer, but I will add a layer of heavy armor blocks on top here, so the skirt actually completely covers these. I mentioned before that I might want to put something on top of the conveyors. I might do that, like a half block maybe, and I could put some more blocks on here and on here to kind of help protect the conveyors a little bit more. But we'll see. I'm not 100% sure about that. I do think I want to put a inventory dashboard right here so I can actually see what's going on in the inventory. Okay, this is set up. I just now realized I should probably, when connected to a ship that doesn't have an assembler, what these target values should probably do is they should pull the material onto the ship. Another improvement that we could do. Wait, this is actually... Oh, interesting. This is a bug. It only shows the steel that's... It doesn't show the steel that's in the welder, because the welder is a subgrid, and I've selected it to only do local grid only. Really what I want to do... I do want to include the welder, I just don't want to go through connectors. I'll need to figure out if I can even do that. No! Uh... I lost my thruster. My helm. Thruster is the biggest problem, actually. Because I can't easily reattach it, I think. Yeah, no, I can't. It's protruding into the ground. I'll need to do some piston tricks first. Oh, this is not going well today. This is not going well. Okay, this is working again. Let's get back to it. I think I've welded up the heavy armor blocks down here. I think I got them all, even filled up with metal grid. This is a lot of work. This metal grid specifically, I need to return this little weld chip here back to the base to fill it back up so often. Yeah, I'll need to think a lot about this a little bit more. If that is how I want to make, if that is how I actually want to do this or not. I might need a larger ship. And when I say larger, it's mostly the lift capacity needs to be increased. This is all welded up here now. I'll consider running the heavy up the side all the way on where the conveyor is, but I'm not 100% sure yet if I actually want to do that or not. Let's park the ship and see what we can do next. So we welded up the engines, reinforced the engines with armor. I think next we should go and figure out the interior space a little bit, especially how much room we have and how much room we will need. So we have the engine rooms, storage, manufacturing, living quarters, cockpit, and the airlock, and then also the gyros we want to put somewhere. That's a lot. If we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels, and each of these requires at least one block in height and one separation block. And then most of these actually will require more than one block in height. That puts us 14 to 20 blocks in height in total. So let's go and see if we can figure out if we can fit these all in. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit here. This is going to be our engine room. And other than just some additional decoration potentially, maybe some panels and stuff, we'll figure that out. Not a lot will change in here. We might add some more storage in the top. We could put our oxygen storage here as well, or maybe in the floor, or in the space up here. But that's basically, the engine room is basically checked off. We have a bunch of space here that we can use for interior spaces. And then we come up here into what is our entrance area. So we can check that off as well. So I have a little list over here. Let's see here. We have the cockpit, we have the entrance / airlock, we have the engine / gas storage. We have gyros, storage, manufacturing, and quarters. So, I do want to know... Oops, I didn't mean to drop all the way down here. I would like to know where roughly the center of the ship is, because that's where I want to put the gyros. For that, we're gonna go onto the outside, I think, of the ship. It doesn't have to be perfect, but like roughly would be good. I think something like here, maybe a little lower. This here. Let's just repaint one of these blocks here to indicate this. That's approximately the center. It's maybe a little bit too high still. Here in this area, roughly. So we have some space below that, and a bunch of space above. So I think all the storage and the manufacturing doesn't need to be close. It can be more in the direction of the engine room, but I do want the living quarters probably directly underneath here. So maybe if we leave 2 blocks of height, then this would be where the living quarters would be. And I think one level of living quarters might be enough, but we'll see. So roughly here. And then, did I close off? I think I closed off the ladder space. And then, regarding storage, the way that I like to do storage, actually we should also figure out roughly where the connection is going to be. Because we might need some additional space for that as well. Yeah, I think the connection should be roughly in this area as well, where the bridge is. Doesn't have to be perfectly in the exact same area, I think. But roughly. We'll see. Maybe we'll put it a little bit lower. Maybe we'll put it more... just underneath the living quarters. Like somewhere here. Maybe here. And then we'd need manufacturing. Manufacturing and industry needs to be at least 4 blocks high because we will need at least some refineries and we need some assemblers. The assemblers are not very large; they are very compact, but the refineries need some space. Let's start working on the manufacturing space, I think. So I had an idea how I want to make this look. I like the idea of using industrial refineries to make the space and use the stairs of these. I'm just also trying to figure out if we need to leave space for modules. But I guess would this seal airtight? It almost looks like it would, except for maybe here, but on these middle blocks at least, I think it would. So I guess we could put one here, and then one here. Like this. And then we can put grates in between here. And we're gonna put another ladder here. This time like this maybe? No. That's not gonna work. I kinda don't like the location of the ladder right now. So maybe I will change where it runs. Maybe it does run up here for the most part. Maybe even down here. It doesn't really make a huge difference if it goes there or up here. And we might only change it on the layer that has the entrance. And that goes to the cockpit. I think that makes sense. So it would also go then down here. And now, these here will work better. And since we have the ladder now on this side, we could probably also run another conveyor on the other side. So we have the conveyor redundancy. I think I like that. I think that makes a lot of sense. Obviously, on the level with the where the entrance is up here, that's where this here is. So we can't actually run the conveyor or the ladder up here. But that's okay. We can switch it up on this side a little bit. These will probably need to connect with conveyors or something here as well, but we'll figure that out. Do we need generators? Probably not, but we should probably have some. But I'll stick those, I think, down here in the engine room. And then we need assemblers. Industrial assembler. Should we use these? And they appear like they might be airtight. Because, so here's the deal. What I want to do is... So I want to put the modules towards the outside of the ship so that they can function as decorations on the outside as well. Like this. I could put the gyros here, maybe? Put them here underneath these. That would probably work. Some kind of floor or something here then. Maybe more grates. Some form of cargo container or something here. Okay. Probably works. Let me weld this up a little bit so I can see better what this actually looks like. I should probably switch the location. I like the idea of like maybe running a pathway over here so that this area here is accessible. And we might still be able to achieve that, but I think it makes more sense to have this connector, like move this over and stick that on the other side, because that will allow us to add some more modules on this side if we want to. We're out of energy. Let's fix that. Where do these assemblers have their... Not the assemblers. Refineries have their connectors. They do have one on the top in the back left. I don't have any in the bottom. So I need to work with these here on the bottom sides. The top left has one. So this one connects. That's perfect. We might even, like, we'll have the conveyor obviously run here on the side, and we're not going to remove this, but if we can get a lot of the actual industrial machinery directly hooked up to each other, then that will also function as a backup conveyor system. This refinery down here connects to the assembler here on the right hand side, and that assembler connects to this one, and so they are connected with each other without being dependent on this here. So we'll probably need to run conveyors here from this one over here, and then connect these refineries. Should have used that welder earlier. One thing I realized that I do need is batteries and or a hydrogen generator. I will definitely fit it in here somehow. I'll fit the engines in here. I will fit the oxygen tanks in here. And I will maybe also fit the batteries in here and the O2H2 generators. Let's weld these up here. Actually, maybe we won't weld these up. What is above here? The refineries. We can use the space, right? We don't have to waste it with these blocks here. Nothing can connect there, but we can replace this here with conveyor junctions. That will maybe even make it look better up there, and allow us to connect stuff. Okay, now let's replace this here. Okay, so here's what I did. I have installed O2H2 generators. 1, 2, and then on the other side, exactly the same. 3, 4. And then these are connected through these conveyors here, to the center, to these hydrogen tanks. And then dangling off of these here, I have more small hydrogen tanks. And then in the center, I have oxygen tanks, and I have another hydrogen tank over there, a small one. Same thing over here, small hydrogen tank, small oxygen tank, small hydrogen tank. And then dangling off of these 3 tanks each, I have a hydrogen engine. So I have a total of 6 hydrogen engines. And then I've put a total of 8 batteries for here and then for here. In total, it should be more than enough power and oxygen and whatnot. If we wanted to, we could probably fit even more hydrogen tanks and small hydrogen tanks and stuff in here. But I think we should be good. I've turned off these engines because they will otherwise turn all my hydrogen into power right now, and I don't want that. I don't have a lot of hydrogen left anyway. At least here at the base right now. So one thing I want to check is if these blocks here seal to the outside. So if I remove these blocks here on the other side, would this still be closed? And I think the way that we can check this is, let's just make sure that we're closing off all these holes that we've put in here. Oh. Do we have one here? I don't see. Maybe not. We're not pressurized. Is there any more holes anywhere?
Fuel critical.
Uh-oh. We are all out of hydrogen. Oh, I know why. Oh, that's actually not good. Okay. We'll need to grab some ice. We installed the oxygen tanks in the ship. And I'm almost certain that our O2H2 generator just ran until those were filled up. This one is 100%. This one is 100%. This one is 100%. Yeah. We just turned all our ice into oxygen. Okay. I think I'm just gonna take this drone ship here, fly it to the ice base, and load it up with a bunch of ice. Okay. I may need to add another dock over here, because all the ice is in this part of the base. Like it's not gonna go over in this area, which is on purpose, right? That's why we have these overflow valves here. But if we want to load up the ship with ice, there's no easy way to do this without pumping the rest of the base full with ice. So I'm going to cut this up here. We'll put a little T-piece in here. There we go. We have almost 100,000 ice now. That should be enough for some hydrogen. Okay. Docked. Let's see if the ice is being unloaded. Yes. That's probably immediately being turned into hydrogen, right? So off. I thought I turned them all off. I guess I was wrong. No wonder they shoot through all of that. Okay, that problem is solved. Let's get back to finding the leak. I think I put another hole somewhere. Oh, oh, these are not welded up. Well, okay, then let's weld these all up. Let's see if that fixes our leak problem. Okay, so I welded up the glass up here, and I think I got it all. But we're still not pressurized. Let me just test this quickly. Yes, okay, now we're pressurized. There we go. That's the problem. Are we pressurized? No. But why are we not pressurized? So I think if we put a block here, this here should be all sealed. Yeah, that's a junction. That's also a junction. Let me put a vent. Do I have a spot somewhere? Here. So the space is not pressurized. Oh, what's this? Haha. It was hiding from me. There we go. There we go. Nice. Space is pressurized. And the reason I actually did this was I wanted to see if I can take blocks away on the outside of these and have it remain pressurized. Is this still airtight if I do this? It does not appear to be. Oh, wait. Yes.
Energy low.
Nice. Because that means I can put modules out there. And I think that would look pretty cool. And actually, the refinery's here as well. And I assume they will be airtight too.
Inventory.
Yeah, I think this would be pretty cool. Let's weld it up, see how it looks. Yeah, I like that. Nice. If we eventually, if we can replace them with yield modules even, I think that would be even better, but some of them at least. To get a little bit more variety, but for now, that'll work. We need superconductors for the yield models, and we need platinum for that. I hope that's something we can get in space. So right over here, do the same thing. Okay, nice. Manufacturing is almost done. The gyros actually we need to weld up. And we need to replace the one that I accidentally... where are they? Did it destroy both? No, right? This one. Not that one. Okay. Probably should have a cargo container on this floor here somewhere as well. Okay, and then not another gyro over here. Should I put hanging down? Would that look better? This? Yeah, I think that might be better.
Energy.
Okay. That looks good. Well, no, I don't really want to go into decorating mode yet, but I do want to put... Okay, I think this elevates the place here. I do need some lights while we're at it, so let's see if we can... That's probably decent. Could probably get some more on here, like this. Okay. I think this works. So we will need to install some cargo containers. We can use the large industrial or these here. I don't think it makes a big difference, really. I think if we use these here, we want to use them in this direction, though. I'll connect them upwards. We have conveyor coming out here and over there. So we could, if we want to stick with the whole, let's try to connect them internally. Get the conveyor up here, then bring over here, then there, and then come over, and then connect. We can do this on both sides. Well, in that case, I do like this here. So, how would this look like? Some conveyors, like so.
Energy low.
Okay, so this space is a little bit built out now. I do think I want to make this here accessible. So maybe I'll put some more grades down. Maybe like this. This round shape kind of like screams to have one of these put on top. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. So maybe then what we're gonna do here is... maybe we'll just reach that layer here with the shaft as well. Or maybe we can now have stairs go up here, like this. That's not going to work. This here. I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay. So what I've done up here with these spaces, this is where our manufacturing is. I put these grates down. I've put these circular pillars in here. I got inspired by the shape of the industrial refineries that are sitting underneath. They are like round here as well. I do like this a lot, what it looks like. And here above, the same. Actually like this here even better. I'm not quite sure what to do with this space up here. I might just leave it like this for now and figure out something else later. I was trying to build stairs up. Like graded staircase, but it didn't really fit. We'll see. Right now I'm not quite sure what to do with this space. I'll leave it like this for now. It's like the 2 cargo containers in here, and then we come up here, and this is a space that is so far unused, and I don't think I've even allocated it, right? This here, we want to make the living space. I don't love that this here is in the living space, and this here neither. So I might drop the living space floor down 1 layer. Then we can have like basically just an additional layer of blocks sealing that off in the top. Yeah, but that space here is going to be unused. I think we have everything so far. We've the cockpit, the entrance area, the engine room, the gyros, the storage we have now built, and manufacturing as well. And the only thing is that's still missing is the quarters. So we have some extra space left. For now, I think we'll leave it unused. I'll think about it a little bit and see if I can come up with something. If you have a good idea what we could use the space, let me know. Maybe we put a little craft in here that we can exit out to the side, like a mining ship or something. I don't know, just an idea. Let me know in the comments below if you have any great ideas what to do. So we're not 100% done with decorations, but I'll do another pass on decorations on all of these things. But so far we've built the engine room, we've built the gyro, the storage, manufacturing. We haven't done the living quarters yet. We've done the cockpit, although there's a lot of decorating and whatnot work still that needs to get done. And we've built the airlock space. The only thing that we haven't started yet really is the living quarters. But that's okay. But yeah, I think we made good progress this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. It greatly helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more like this, make sure to subscribe. I upload Space Engineers videos every week, and there's lots of other stuff to explore on the channel. And if you would like to support the channel financially, please check out my Patreon. There's a link in the description below. There's a lot of amazing perks, including Discord roles and some cool stickers. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.